back everyone, the name's Kahenkio, the game's Pokemon Duel. Well, since I already tanked my ranking a lot, and I don't really want to play with weak players or bots, there won't be any fighting today. Today I will be talking how you can improve your game, and how you can become better in it, and maybe get a lot of good figures, or moderately grid figures if you don't have a lot of EXs. So, let's begin. First off, check on your own deck. I'm sorry about the sound. Check what Pokemon do you have, and how you can revolve around them, okay? Which is your best Pokemon? How can you become better using that Pokemon? What is his main ability? By the way, if there's new Pokemon coming in, please take the time to read their abilities. My Heatran can enter the battlefield like a long throw or an Empoleon's divine entry. It can go in, it can kill a person or surround it if I had set up beforehand. And I've probably done many more surrounds with the Heatran than battles, the actual battles, okay? Because people do not know what Heatran does, and they fall for it so often, it's absolutely insane. The divine entry from the Empoleon is quite a long while ago, so they absolutely know what's up, and they don't go for it. First thing, go and read what your Pokemon does. That is one of the steps you can do to become better and how to counter the enemies. Another thing you can do is go to the rankings, check top players by the rating, and see what they're running. Absolutely see what type of decks they're having. Absolutely like wacky. Triple Reuniclus with Deoxys mix and Shuppet in the play. Lionheart. Triple Reuniclus and Deoxys. This is like the meta. These are the Pokemon that are gonna drive you to victory. Like this, nothing changes in the top spots, obviously. Nothing changes, but what you can do, you can also go and watch a featured duel. Except the fact in the featured duels you can watch a lot of decks and how to build them. You can watch a lot of strategies going down. Like high elo players, higher rating players have a specific strategy they follow usually. Except of course when they're brain dead Reuniclus users. Usually the Reuniclus decks are the most annoying ones ever, because the chances you get to win with a Reuniclus deck are a lot better than the chances you have without one. Of course, that's why there are some people like me using a Metagross to counter all those people, because I absolutely hate when there's something overpowered being abused so much. But hey, then again, it's a game, and a game is meant to be played the way the devs made it. So a Reuniclus is a part of the game, there's no need to hate. I will kind of try to hold back, but every Reuniclus deck I destroy, every Deoxys, full Deoxys with a Cosmo Energy deck I destroy, I will be so happy about it. I will freaking do a party about it, okay? A pool party. So, you can see what's happening, you can see the current meta, you can watch a game, watch a strategy. There's sometimes the daily missions that actually force you to do that. Watch them. I've learned quite a few strats, I've learned quite a few how to counter them. Like, I saw a person lose by a specific thing, and the next game happens to be that one specific thing happening to me, and I know how to counter it because I already saw what happens, you know? That is a good way of getting knowledge. Another great thing you can do to improve yourself is to do the daily missions. I think this is quite obvious, do the daily missions, but whatnot. Read them. Play one league match. You don't have to win. If you don't care about winning at the specific point, just forfeit, move on. If you have something better to do, or you just need to do the mission, but you don't want to actually play or whatnot, but you don't want to miss it either, that's exactly what I do. Sometimes I just go in, I forfeit, give somebody a free win, and I move on. That's it. I don't care. Absolutely don't care. A room match. If it doesn't say win a room match, go ahead, forfeit. You're done. You're done. The only thing you have to do is watch the featured duel. And yet again, I recommend finding a good one and watching it and learning. Like with the rework of Mew. I already had a Mew before the rework, okay? But then again, I didn't know. It wasn't useful back then, okay? It wasn't as great as it is right now. It was just a runner or whatnot. But with the rework, with the 100 damage not to be killed and the Shadow Flip being almost giving it 5 moves if you're on the offensive, I saw a play, and I absolutely tried to repeat it as many times as I can. I saw a play, as I tell you. A person next, 2 steps away, like right next to the entry point, okay? And a Mew ready to go and attack it, on the position to go and attack it. Mew 1, 2, 3, hop, attack, shuttle flip, blop, blop, in the enemy goal. And I was like, what the hell, man? That was amazing. I want to do it so bad. And I tried. And every time I see an opportunity like that, I go double chance my Mew and I try to shuttle flip inside their goal, because it is absolutely, first of all, style points, because you play the game to for yourself. You play to win, right? But you also play to impress somebody sometimes. Like if you're playing in front of the camera, you don't absolutely always win. You sometimes lose, but if you do it with style, it's going to be like something for the viewers to be held upon and maybe learn something from it, okay? So daily quests, pretty obvious to do. Another thing that is very neglected is the training center. Training center is absolutely must for absolutely everyone. It's usually appearing here as a new thingy when you're a new player. But if you cannot see it there and you forgot about it and you don't care, you can still find it right here in the hotels. The first one, the ball, is the training center. Absolutely, absolutely, you need to do it. Because first of all, it gives you free gems. Every single star here equals a gem. So there's a little conditions that you must fulfill in order to get that gem. But there's 9, 18, 27, 30 gems just by winning the conditions right here. And then you take, by winning the instructor, another 10, and then in the beginning another 10. So only the training center provides you with 50 gems. 50 gems to begin your game. Then you get yourself an X attack, a Pokemon switch, a scoop up, a double chance, and a hurdle jump. All the cards you need as a beginner. Do you understand what I'm saying? Bayleaf and this Poliwag are not important. Maybe Emolga is a Pokemon that you could use as a beginner because it is a 3-mover runner and it can bring a Pokemon from your bench to fight if the Emolga rolls the purple. Emolga has a 40 attack damage thing and a 1-star purple, half of the screen. If it rolls it, it switches with an allied Pokemon on that spot. So basically, theoretically speaking, you run your Emolga all the way up to the middle of the map. There's an enemy attacking you right away because it's a weak Pokemon. He rolls a white, you roll a purple, you switch that with a Zapdos, it's your turn, you soar over them, and now you're one step from winning. That is just one simple step that you can do in order to utilize this Emolga. Just saying, of course your rolls must be in your favor, but just saying, giving you an example of how potent this Pokemon is. Moving up, every single hotel here has a reward. It is money, 250 coins, potentially 50%, and another 50% on a Pokemon. As you can see here, first once it doesn't have a lot of floors, but you get also at the end of it a specific reward, okay? At the end of each one, you get a mask, some gems, another mask. So basically, playing the quest mode when you have nothing to do or you don't have good enough Pokemon is a thing that you actually can get benefits from because you get the gems, you get the free Pokemon, you get fusion food, you get yourself material to shop, a quadruple boost, and potentially get an EX from. Okay? I hope this does make sense because this is how I do it. Except the fact that more hotels, more gems, and more Pokemon and more free stuff in general, there are some specific Pokemon that you can actually sit down and grind. Like in every game, there is a place where you can do some simple stuff in order to grind the XP. Like in the Final Fantasy VII, I remember grinding a duo, some horse, and a lion that was fighting. And I would go from there, grind them, move back, grind them, move back, so I can level up my not the Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy XI or something. I obviously don't remember. Don't judge me on that. Just trying to make a point here that there's a Pokemon called Meryl. Let's go to the shop and start showcasing those a little bit. I wanted to make this video a long while ago, like the Pokemon that are actually useful without being EX. Okay, so we will begin with Meryl, which you can find at Ulix Tower 4, the Olivia floor. Ulix Tower floor 4, Olivia Tower floor 20, and Elysium Tower floor 3. This is a water and fairy type Pokemon, which will benefit from having a mana pin in your deck, just in case. But the best part about this is the rollout. If you're going to farm this Pokemon out, you can absolutely fuse it with other Meryls. You will need 30 in order to get one chain level, but you can do it if you're farming it. It's nothing difficult if you're just, hey, I'm going to grind this like I grind the XP in every other game I play. You can potentially do the rollout of 32 segment damage with a maximum amount of 10 chain levels, so 40 spinner in a common Pokemon with 2 moves. I'm going to pause there because this is absolutely insane. Please do not spend any material on those. This is absolutely trash Pokemon. Save your materials. I didn't mean what I said. It is not trash Pokemon. It's a trash Pokemon to spend your materials on. Save your materials to get your guaranteed EX, okay? Pick a Pokemon in EX and just hold your material until you get it. Do not spend on any of this small fry. This is just to get you started if you don't have any Pokemon at all. Another one great Pokemon that is actually worth if you have the evolutions as well is Goomy. Goomy is a very potent defender and attacker in both forms, because Goomy becomes Sliggoo and then Goodra. The slippery swap will allow this Pokemon to evolve, and it switches positions with the battle opponent. So you have one move, yes, it's difficult, but you move him up. You slippery swap with some enemies, you surround kill them if you need to. The battle opponent that fights you will gain weight, so the enemy, if you trap them, will not be able to escape that, okay? And if by any chance you have the Sliggoo, you have the evolution, it's going to be great. I'm going to tell you that because the Sliggoo also has a slippery swap. You can win games with that. Absolutely, absolutely great. And if by any chance you have the evolution to Goodra, it will evolve with the slippery swap. The Goodra has 3 great stuff. It is a budget Mewtwo with a 50 attack and an 80 attack, as well as a but hold 2 Pokemon, push them back 2 steps, 2 Pokemon, and give them weight. Yeah, as I said, it's a budget Mewtwo, it's not an EX, it's a rare, but the most importantly Goodra offers is it nullifies the white attack's asterisk damage. So if there is a guy that would do an earthquake with his white attack like a Tyranitar, it nullifies that, it's not going to happen. If there's a Wobbuffet that has a counter, you can freely attack that Wobbuffet, it will not counter you back. It's absolutely nullified. Jolteons will not paralyze you when dead. Flareys will not burn you when dead. Same goes for Magmortars or Magmars. They will absolutely not do the white attacks asterisk if you have a Goodra on the field, okay? The same goes for your Pokemon, I think. Do not hold me to that, but I think let's just check it out real quick so we don't have the question mark right there. Where is that? Goodra, buddy. Why don't I see you? Okay, we're in the X's. There we go. Goodra. This Pokemon negates status effects for your opponents. So your white attacks will do just fine, but your opponents are nullified. Absolutely great stuff right there. You can also get yourself a great Pokemon in the form of Doduo. It may not seem like much, it is another common Pokemon, but you can get it for free and you can also chain level that. First of all, it will stop having a miss segment. And the Fury attack potentially can go to 52 segments. So more than half of your wheel, okay? You can get that from the Olivia's floor 4, Volcano floors 9 and 15, and Elysium floor 7. You can also chain level this to as much as you want. It's also like a budget Greninja, which is a bigger spinner and not a yellow, but a white attack. Budget Greninja, I would take it. I would absolutely use it if I didn't have much more to go through. And I would grind to get myself a deck with spinners. It is absolutely worth it. Another Pokemon you can get is a Geodude. You can get it from floors Ulix 10, Atlantis 12, Olivia 11, and Volcano 21. It is having a 30 damage rollout and a self-destruct with 3 stars. Self-destruct destroys yourself and an opponent. It kills you, okay? And the battle opponent. The great stuff about this, it will make you evolve. Plus, it can take out really high-risk enemies. Do you know what I'm saying? It can potentially take out Deoxys, Reunicluses. It can potentially take out some threats that you're absolutely feared of. And you just send your Geodude. It's a 2-mover figurine until it evolves, so you can freely send it out to evolve. And then it also has the rollout of 30 damage, which you could potentially confuse it and make it 40 with chain levels. It's going to take a long while. Yes, I don't recommend you going over all the Pokemon. But just in case you need it, it is out there. And if you get yourself the evolution, the Graveler, it also having the spinner and the top tier Golem. It's an uncommon for some reason, but the Golem is like a budget Charizard, as you can see here. With the 60 spinner Rock Blast, and if evolved 80. Insane! The drawback, of course, it doesn't have the speed booster from the evolution, because it's uncommon, I'm guessing. And it only moves 1. So it's going to be very difficult to get him where you need. But it also has a Rock Wall, which if the battle opponent's attack is below 120, this Pokemon cannot be knocked out. So the only thing that can knock him out is usually purple attacks. Okay? But it's a very strong Pokemon that if you can get yourself on, get it. For the time being, there's Rhyperior and Rhyhorn and Rhydons going around. If you didn't manage to get yourself a Rhyhorn, you can still get it for the upcoming gym. I'm guessing the ground types will be getting move speed, the fire types will be getting damage. But the Rhyhorn lives on Olivia's floor 9, Volcano floor 24, and Elysium floor 10. Just in case you didn't grab one for yourself. Moving up again, there's a Cacnea. Cacnea is absolutely insane. I laid my eyes on this since the beginning of time. I wanted to get this Pokemon so bad before I even knew what chain levels were. Cacnea you can encounter on Chateau de Rosa level 7, Olivia number 1, and Elysium number 2 floors. And has a Poison Sting, which basically will allow you to poison your enemy instead of spinning like a crazy man, potentially counter other purple attacks on you like Glacian's Freeze or whatnot, and a Pin Missile. Pin Missile here has a segment of 64. If you evolve it to 68, it's absolutely 2/3 of your will. More than 2/3 actually, because the will is 96. So it's more than the 2/3 of your will. Okay? It will spin like crazy. I've seen this Cacnea do 80, 120 damage without any chain levels on it. And you can potentially do it 20 spinner. Insane amount of damage. I'm telling you, if you don't have a Pokemon, this is one that you could potentially absolutely go for. Another great budget Pokemon would be Beedrill. Beedrill, it's not much. It has a big miss. But the potential of rolling 80 damage, and if you're knocked out, poisoning the enemy, it is also a good alternative. I don't have it. Oh, there you go. It is a good alternative, okay? It's a double chance spinner with 80 damage. For a starter, a beginner, whatnot, I think it would work, okay? It's not a great Pokemon, not by a long shot, but it's a runner. It's a 3-move runner. Have the enemy poisoned, it's always good. Of course, you can just get knocked out like that, but it's a gamble. This game is RNG. If you're not going to rely on the RNGs, you're not going to get anywhere. Another great thing you can farm from this whole quest mode is a double chance. Okay, the double chance card is very utilityful. You can use it if you already have Reshiram's and you don't have the double chance and you don't want to spend gems. There's a way to obtain it again. It is the Don Roger. He offers it as a reward, a small reward for your win against him. You can get yourself as many as you want the longer you farm it. And if by any chance you already have all the Pokemon you need and you don't have enough money to fuse them, if you go to Elysium 10 last floor, every battle win with the number 7 will reward you about 1,000 credits, all in all. If you also sell the Pokemon and not fuse them, it will reward a little bit more. So on average, you will get yourself out of this hotel about 5,000 per full bar of energy. Okay. Then again, the best income of Pokemon and materials is the gym that happens. Prepare for the gym. Like, don't sell your Pokemon if you think there is going to be something coming up. Like on my decks here, I also forgot to mention one great Pokemon as well that you can pretty easily get. It's not the Monferno, it's the Monferno first, this one. The Chimchar. Chimchar also is like a budget cut Greninja with 20 spinner that you can also chain level up with some cubes or whatnot. It's a lot difficult to get because it's not a reward in a hotel. I got myself a Girafarig, also very interesting Pokemon because the white attacks of your enemies, if hit on the magic coat, will be applied to them. So if somebody would about to burn you or paralyze you or whatnot, they will get that instead. Very interesting there, interactions. But what was I trying to do here? What was it? Poliwhirl, if you don't have it, is a great Pokemon to spend a little bit of material on to get yourself because of the spinning pattern. Your opponent's spins are shuttled by 2 segments in a clockwise direction. It is not countered by the Metagross, so because it's not a respin, it's just a tilt, a switch. It has a really big Hypnosis, a 40 damage Water Gun, and a 50 damage Water Gun. Even now, before the evolutions are here, this Pokemon is very potent. If you have yourself a Trapinch, also great. It can be utilized very effectively. Shop it. Shop it is your way to climb to better rankings. That's it. I'm not going to revolve around more of the rare Pokemon. I think if you do have the rare or the EX, you already know what's happening and you're just watching this video for the lulz. But gyms. Keep your Pokemon until the gyms roll out. Keep them because the gyms giving you for one victory, one Pokemon. That Pokemon could be EX, could be whatever you want, whatever RNG gives you, basically. But do not make the mistake of, okay, I want one box, I will open it right now. Keep your boxes for as many victories as you can. If you can pull out 11 victories, there's greater chances for you to pull an EX out of, okay? Because it guarantees you, it eliminates all this small fry, okay? It doesn't guarantee anything, but it eliminates the small fry. The less small fry, the bigger chances of a better Pokemon. Do you know? Do you understand the logic behind it? If you eliminate all this shit in the below, you have the better stuff. It's like gathering gold, okay? You can have all the small little pieces, the dusty gold, or you can have the nuggets. What would you do? I would go for the nuggets, of course. But then again, it's your game, it's your choice, do whatever you want. My recommendation is not to do it, as my recommendation is to tank your ranking. But that is also up to you, okay? Because now, when the month starts, I will be having a little bit of a lead on my 1500s. I will be raising it a lot easier. So, I hope this was at the least interesting. Maybe not so much educational, but hey, some of you might not know all of that things that I said. Some of you might. If you know something else that I missed out, please leave it in the comment section down below. It will be very interesting to know something that I don't already. It is very, very nice game. I enjoy it so much. And if there's anybody there that wants to share, I'm here to read and listen, and it's going to be cool. So, in any case, my name's Kahenkio, and as always, have a good day.